Good, beautiful morning, everybody, and welcome to the Friday Live Q&A with Toronto Medium William Michael Forbes. I want to welcome you today. So bring your questions, bring your considerations, your concerns, and I'm not sure why that other lens is having difficulty focusing. There we go, back on. So we are at this very fascinating time in human history. We are being genetically modified is what they're telling me. We're being genetically modified, not simply by governments who have an agenda, but we're also being modified genetically and psychologically by the energy coming into the planet. Energy coming into the planet from the galactic center, from the universal center, from the solar center. It's a very fascinating time as we think the world is turning upside down, which it is, because most people do not understand. This is what they're telling me. Most people do not understand how to moderate their own thoughts, their own emotions, and their own biology. And that's the function you need to, we all need to get to that place where we can run our thinking processes. We can run our emotional process. We can run our physical processes. Otherwise, we'll just be modified organically by whatever happens energetically. This movement that everybody's talking about, this Ascension movement, is literally the opportunity for you as an individual to elevate your consciousness from survival consciousness to creating consciousness, from survival consciousness to creating consciousness. They say about 78% of the population is in survival consciousness, and that number has to change significantly for us to find a place where we are not subjective to our fears. Hello, Moran, how are you doing today? Hi, Christopher. Yeah, it's a beautiful quasi-sunny day here in Toronto. And we've got a whole hour and maybe even longer with you guys. Question, hi Crystal, how are you doing? Good morning. I'm really glad you look forward to the lives. And I'm so grateful. If you've been helped by anything that's been channeled through me, please share your experience, share what happened with you. If you want to learn more about what we do, please go check out my website, williammichaelforbes.com or torontomedium.com, and check out our upcoming masterclasses, which will teach you how to connect your guides, your angels, ascended masters, other multidimensional beings, loved ones that are not in physical form right now. As well, you can also learn to alter your mind, your emotions, and your biology significantly by learning how to treat them very differently. All of our classes and courses are taught by ascended masters of different elements. Excuse me. Ascended masters from different realms. Master Jesus, Buddha, Zarathustra, Lao Tzu, many, many others teach these courses live. They channel through me. And it's quite an amazing experience for me personally to bear witness to what the effects of the consciousness of higher dimensional beings can have upon us when they interact with us. It's a very fascinating thing. Yeah, so grateful that you're being helped. We question from Moran on YouTube. What happened to me on the night of February 14th? I had strange symptoms of fire in my stomach, and the libido increased so much. Yes, you absolutely did. They say you need to elevate it. A lot of people are having Kundalini awakenings right now. This is where we're all. Yes, just a moment. Hang on, I got a bunch of people coming in here for you, Moran. Right now on the planet, there is a lot of, I'll use the term sexual aberration. And another way of putting that is the Kundalini activations. With these ascension energies coming into the planet right now, the sexual centers, the survival centers of our body are being really activated and triggered. And we're not meant to be caught up in survival. We're meant to be caught up in creation. And one of the things you can do, Moran, if you want to begin to shift that energy, because they're telling me you're still feeling it, not just as a memory, but you're still sensing some of that residual energy. Sit down, find a place where you're comfortable, and use your breath and draw the energy up from your sexual center. Draw that energy up to the top of the crown chakra. That brings the energy from survival, which is what procreation is. It's about survival, right? Draw the energy out of the survival centers and draw it up to the creating centers, right? It will go through various changes as it moves up through the different energy centers in your body. And you'll find a lot of shifts in your life. The partner that you're looking for, someone wants me to tell you, the partner that you're looking for will come when your energy is elevated sufficiently enough. When your energy is elevated sufficiently enough, what's happening to a lot of people with their sexual centers being so activated by these ascension energies is they're attracting people, but it's just sex. It's not about love or evolution or creation or creativity or forming a journey of twin souls. A lot of people don't understand what's going on, so they get caught up in the survival, creative, sexual center. And you got to bring that energy up into the function of creation. But I'm also told to say that it's important that you realize that you also have to be able to modify and alter your thinking process, your emotional energy process, and begin to change and honor the function of your biology to its highest possible expression. Yes, I'm gonna have to change that camera. I think it keeps unfocusing. Sorry guys, sorry about that on YouTube. For some reason, one of these cameras is not focusing properly. Okay, we have a question coming to us from, hi Joelle, Sandra, hi Beth, good to see you. Hi Crystal, how come I am feeling so drained emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually? I have no motivation. It's not that you don't have motivation. They're telling me that what you have is a surplus of energy that's not being utilized. You need to elevate the energy up, right? Our bodies are literally being genetically altered, not just by the jabbity jab, but they're also being altered by energy. This ascension, there's a real substance of energy coming in. Science will measure it as gamma rays, cosmic rays, X-rays. They've got their own terms and names for it, but we call it ascension energy. That's what we've been told to call it. And it's energy that can only be used in one of two ways, positively or negatively. There's no neutral ground with this energy that's coming into the planet. So what you really want to do is you want to get more involved in elevating the energy of your body. You know, work out with your body, take it out for exercise, do things that elevate the consciousness of the body up. And as we said to Moran a little earlier, learn to bring the lower vibrational energy, that feeling of heaviness that a lot of people are feeling. You need to draw that up, and you need to really train the mind and body to this new sequence of energy that's coming in, this ascension energy. You can either raise your energy up, it'll only amplify what's most dominant in your mind and your body and your emotional field. And if what's in your unconscious field is mostly negative, then that's what gets amplified. If what's in your emotional field is mostly positive, that's what's going to get amplified. Very, very important. Ascension energies are real. They're occurring in time and space. How do you think so many civilizations with so many different humanoid species, giants and other kinds of wondrous creatures that have existed throughout history? Because there is energy that alters and changes the function of creation on this physical dimension. Right now, a lot of people are caught up in the lower energy centers of survival, procreation, which again is about survival, right? But you want to learn to elevate that energy up to your creative expression, not making a bunch more babies and just getting promiscuous, and it's not going to make you happy. You need to really get to a place in consciousness where you're being creative, where you're using your energy to create your dreams, your writing, your teaching, your healing, your dancing, your singing, your playing, your building, you're innovating. You want to move from survival to creation. And when you move from survival to creation, wonderful things start to happen with your energy and in your life when you start to shift your energy from survival to creation. And we've watched many of the people in our, many of our students go through tremendous changes in their life as they learn to alter and shift their energy from survival to creation. We really focus on that in our 102 Masterclass. Question from Sandra. My eyes feel so sensitive and watery to the cold weather. What can I do to improve the health of my eyes or tear ducts? Let me tune in to your eyes here for a moment. This is not unusual. Like today, my eyes, I woke up, did my workout, did my meditation, and my eyes were really red after the meditation. And what I started doing is drinking a whole bunch of water. And that your body can only talk to you on the level of its language. So again, water will be very, very helpful for you right now. Also, the other thing you can do with your eyes is you can take your hands, 2 hands, and place the very center area of the palm over each eye, and just allow the eye to receive the energy that is being emanated out through the palms of your hands, because your palms and your feet are always transmitting and receiving energy. Right? So you can put the palms of the hands right over the eyes, directly over the eyes, the center of the palm area. And you want to put that right over each eye and just allow the energy to move from the hands into the eye. You see, energy has a natural, spontaneous correcting ability. Just do that for us right now, Sandra, and then share with us what you experienced after doing that for about a minute, okay? Just do that for 1 minute and then share in the comment section what your experience is with that. Let's swing on over to TikTok now. Hi, guys. Hi, Crystal. So someone's asking, do you see the future? Am I going to be in the army? I'm not. One of the things they told me to do, they said I was not to predict any sort of future, as the variables involved in the function of creation are far beyond the conception of any one individual. It may be that some of you can have the opportunity to gain insight into the future based on your understanding of the existing conditions. But the function of prediction would have to include your own ability to consider the variables of consciousness and its changes as they are unfolding through the human condition. But I'm being told to tell you it is a choice that you must make. Do not let your fear be the deciding factor in going forward, for fear will take you, no matter where you go. If you bring fear with you, it will take you where you do not wish to go. Go forth in love, in joy, and in excitement. And no matter what avenue opens up before you, if you go down with love and joy and excitement, the result will be inevitable. Surrender your fear, humanity. Surrender your fear. It is time to surrender your fear and understand the function of love as a creative element in your consciousness and that which is the dominant force in your function of creation. Please understand, you need to come to a place of understanding your function of creation, both individually and collectively. The two are very intimately entwined. Wow, I like that. Thanks so much. Question from Manoj. My 6-year-old daughter grinds her teeth during sleep at night. Why is that happening? And what can I do about it? It's what they sent to me right away. They said, you want to put, there's a material called Faraday material. You want to get a hat of this material. You can order these. I've seen them, but they're saying this for her because she's reacting to the EMFs that are around her, right? There's too many EMFs around her. If you got any electrical equipment near her bed or anything like that, move it away, and that grinding will stop. You need to move that electrical fields away from your child. No, that includes, if you got lamps, put them further away from her, because the cords have electromagnetic fields that go through them, and so do your wall sockets. But they're telling me that you need to block the EMFs that are going into her head. So thank you, Manoj. Hi, Brooke. How you doing? What does the world need from me? First words they gave me is she needs to understand her function of love. You need to understand your function of love. If you are functioning in love, you need not concern yourself if you will be fulfilling the needs of the world around you. The functions of love are very specific and precise, not only in their function, but in their outcome. Understand, if you ask yourself this question, is this thought, is this emotion, is this action a function of love or a function of fear? This is the most simplistic statement you can ask yourself to begin to remove yourself from survival. Is this thought, is this emotion, is this action a function of love or a function of fear? If you begin to pursue that, you will understand that there is no negative consequence from love. There is no negative consequence from love. Let us say that very clearly. There is no negative consequence from love. Only from fear can you experience what you call negative consequences. But love does not cause any negative consequences. So in your function of love, you will find the freedom, the joy, the fulfillment that you seek. Not in fear. You will not find freedom and joy and fulfillment in fear. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Madeline. Good to see you. Hi, Con. Lauren's asking on YouTube, my son Lawrence has an esophagus and stomach issue. Any advice from Archangel Raphael? Wow. I'm being showing me fire, heat. Yeah, there's a lot here, Lauren. Yes. For the fire, he needs water to cool the system down. Yeah, there are things, again, the conflict between the personality and this divine soul. The conflict between the personality and the divine soul is what you're observing, the symptomology. This is the effect of the conflict between the purposeful understanding of that soul and the conflicts already established in its mind. You must understand that the function of personality was designed to augment and create a greater space for the function of the soul, to compress it down into a smaller version of itself. For him himself, as a healer, he must understand this. Have him place his hands upon his stomach and to his throat. Have him place his hands, make him aware to bring himself and his love and his gratitude to his body. It is important you understand you can teach your child this function of self-healing. Bring his attention to the stomach and the esophagus. Bring his attention there and to this place. Simply have him communicate that he is grateful for everything his body, his stomach, his esophagus are doing for him. Let him truly mean these words. Guide him to truly mean these words. Have him be mindful of the tone that he uses through his body, as the function of tone serves very greatly to organize the structure of the body's system very beautifully. If you understand the function of love, it has a very different function in biology than the function of fear. But have him extend deliberately the tone of his love to his body. You will see him smile. You will see him respond immediately, and he will be delighted, for he will no longer be simply wondering why this is happening, but he will understand that he is the agent for transformation in his own life. And this is what each and every child needs to understand, that they are an agent for their own transformation and creativity, that the environment is designed to be a space that facilitates that realization. Wow. Thank you, Raphael. Thank you, Lauren. I really appreciate that. Yeah, hi, guys. Hi, MM. Question from Rebert. How can I connect with my guide? That's a great question. We get that question a lot because they're always trying to communicate to everybody, even that person who is in the darkest of spaces. They're trying to reach you. I can assure you they will try to reach you. There is a practice that you need to learn to cultivate, and it's learning to become sensitive to what you as an awareness can perceive, not what your mind and body perceive. And again, we have a whole process in our 101 Masterclass, which begins March the 4th. Come and join that. Or you can go over any one of the videos on my YouTube channel. There are many videos there that discuss that process of how to become sensitive to the energy of your guides and angels. But learning to feel their presence. If you speak the name, like you're in a room of people and you see a friend of yours and you go, hey, John. And suddenly John turns to you. And he turns to you because you've called him. If you think about or communicate in words or intention towards your angels, your guides or guardian angels, you can sense their presence. You'll actually be able to perceive their energy around you. Again, I highly encourage you to come and join our 101 Masterclass. It begins March the 4th. It will let you learn how to do that, and you'll be able to teach others if you want to. Here we go. We've got a question from MM on YouTube. When my allergies kick in, I do have pain in my right ear. Any advice on how I can stop this pain, please? Thank you so much. Love to all. Wow. Yeah. Again, this is coming from them. I'm not a medical professional. This is not medical advice. This is simply what I'm being given to give you. And what they're telling me is you must understand that the symptoms that is in the ear and these things that you call allergies have several levels in your case. The first level being that there are substances that you are consuming in your body. You are not listening to your body. This is the ear telling you, you are not listening to what I need. You are giving me things that I do not need. You are putting things in here that are harming me. The function of the body is that it can only communicate to you on the level that it is at. It is saying that you are not listening to it. So whatever you're putting into your body that is not good, stop doing it. Processed sugars, very bad for the body. Processed sugars. Yes, wheat is really bad for the body. You might want to start considering alternatives like spelt. But that's the simple answer from them to you is that you're not listening to your body, right? And you're not doing the things that really need you to do. But your intentions are, they're telling me that your intentions in asking this question are clear, that you do wish to open your ears to hear. Learn to listen. Once you acknowledge that you're willing to listen and give the body what it needs, this will be no consequence to you. Wow, thank you so much, Emma. I really appreciate that. Hi, light road or light code. I like that, light code. How can I get my eyesight back after a vertigo? Should I do the same? Again, you can try it. Try the same. Remember, your body is your body's contained in a toroidal field, which is like a big donut of energy that comes in the bottom and out the top, and this energy is circulating through. And it does the same thing with your hands. You can take your hands and put your hands like that, and you can feel not just the heat, but you can actually feel the pressure of the energy potential moving from one hand to the other. Right? Energy exits the right hand and enters the left hand. So when you do this, you create a circuit through the system. So try that with the vertigo. But for your vertigo, I had something and I left it. That's the thing if I don't do it right away. But yeah, try that and see what you experience. Yeah. The other thing you can do is relax your eyes. There's Andrew, I think there's a gentleman named Andrew Huberman on YouTube. Beautiful, beautiful man. Wonderful scientist and teacher. And he talks about relaxing our eyes. And I encourage you, I don't have a video. I'll see if I can find it, put in the link below. But he talks about how we don't let our eyes relax enough. It made perfect sense to me that our eyes are always looking at things close. And just to let your eyes relax, look in the distance and don't try to see anything. Let the eyes relax. Let the pupil dilating muscles relax. Let the muscles around the eyes relax. Because most of the time they're compressed in looking at close up at things. That might be something that might work for you. And I saw that just a few weeks ago and it really, really resonated with me. So somebody's saying, Sandra's saying, thank you, William, for the advice. My palms over my eyes seems to help. I will do it daily. Do it several times a day. Do it several times a day. It's funny that the whole thing with eyes is coming up today because my eyes, I guess they knew that that was coming up. So there's going to be a lot of stuff about seeing. Remember, your body can only communicate to you from the level that it lives on. It can't communicate to you in language. You can communicate in language. You can use the body to communicate in language. The body can only communicate to you with two primary mechanisms, pleasure or pain. If something in the body is hurting, your body's telling you something's not right. And for most people in this dimension, it's going to be one of three things. It's either going to be you're not eating the right things for the body, you're not thinking the right thoughts for your mind, and you're attaching yourself to emotions that are triggering the body or keeping the body in a state of fear, right? That's what they tell us. Hi, Sandy. Sandy's asking, can I get a reading? Sandy, yes, go straight to my website, torontomedium.com, and you can book a half hour or 1 hour reading with me. And there's a lot. If I tune into you, Sandy, there's a lot of information that's available to you. Part of the process of getting a reading is you write 10 questions that you wish to have answered during your reading. And I can assure you those questions will, most of the time, they're answered within the first 30 minutes of any reading. And you'll get information that you cannot get here. You just can't get here. We don't have the time. We want to be as respectful and mindful of giving as much as we possibly can of the truth to humanity that comes through me. Do I have a message for her? Oh yeah, You got something going on. There's a combination of anger and sadness you've got stored the lower quadrant at the back of your heart. And this is probably, I'm feeling this is like from around age 13, age 14, something that you've got emotionally that you're holding on to there. And you've got it stored in your physical heart. And yeah, there's a lot of energy there that you want to learn to release. Again, there's so much that I don't want to get into too much detail because it could be more personal than you want the rest of the world to know, and I want to respect that. And I made it clear with them that there's certain things I will not allow them to make public, especially for people that may be sensitive. Thank you so much. But also, I'm sorry, Sandy, I got to say this too. They're telling me to tell you to sit up straight and pull your shoulders back and tilt your head up slightly. They're saying do that. Just pull your shoulders back, sit up straight, and tilt your head up slightly. They're saying sit like that for about 2 minutes. And this thing that you're, yes, will begin to change. Okay. Question from Tanya. My friend Stephanie is asking if her body is missing or lacking something since it is so hard for her to lose weight. I told her I will ask on her behalf. Thanks. Wow. Tanya, first she needs to deal with the anger that she continues to harbor in her heart, in like her subconscious field. She's yeah. She needs to shed the tears. She needs to shed the fears. She needs to remember her light and to surrender the judgment that was placed upon her. Thank you. I hope you write that down and remember to share that with her. It's yeah. When you tune into people, you can feel their field almost immediately. Samantha, hi Samantha. I would like to know if my baby is with my dad. I lost my baby July 20. You know he is, right? Understand. The moment you find yourself thinking of them, they are interacting with this. You know, the physical baby isn't the soul. The physical body is the vehicle that the soul uses. And the life in that body is what resonates with that soul. But your child is not lost to you in the sense of it has not in a physical form at this time, but its soul is still in communion with you. Remember this. This has been said many times, especially over the last few weeks, and this is fairly new. They say anytime someone that has left the physical dimension and you find yourself suddenly thinking about them, that's the moment where their energy is interacting with yours. It's that moment that you want to pause and feel your beautiful child with you and your beautiful husband with you. You know this. Like, you know this. This is what makes you feel the way you feel. It's because a part of you knows that they're there, but a part of you is denying that because we're so used to thinking the only reality to perceive is the 5 sensory world, and it's not. You are a multidimensional being. Everyone is. So when you, connect to your beautiful child and your beautiful husband right now, like be present with their energy. Feel the presence of energy. And we understand that you want that physical comfort and how that may seem so important to the body, but understand if you connect to them in spirit, there is no fear. There is no loss. In spirit, they are always with you. And there's a great truth to that. You can learn to, and yeah, I'm being told to ask you, please share what you're feeling right now about your husband and child, because they're energetically with you right now, which is why you're asking the question. Remember, any of you that are asking questions about people that are no longer in the body, that's the moment. You want to be present, right? Because they're trying to get you to connect to them. That's why you're asking this question, because they want to connect to you, right? They want to connect to you. And you just have not developed or trained your awareness to perceive their energy. Although you're perceiving them and you go, oh, they're missing, right? I miss them. but they're actually connecting to you energetically. You miss them from this dimension, but they're trying to connect you on a non-physical dimension. Become aware of their presence, feel their energy, and you'll have nothing to mourn. You will not mourn when you understand this. There will be nothing to mourn when you can feel the presence of their light with you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Joelle saying, thanks, Sandra, for your question. For years, I've had the same issue in winter, not later than last Sunday during a walk in the forest, although it was sunny. Yeah. Question from TikTok. Who or what is this energy showing itself to my 3-year-old nephew? Should I cleanse the house? When you say, again, it's not about cleansing the house, it's altering the vibrational frequency of the space. You see, if you consider the concept of cleansing, then you imply that something is dirty. We would suggest to you that simply raise the vibration. There are different substances that can be used for this, but we have always found most favorably across time and space that the function of sound is far more effective in raising the vibration of an energy of any space. The function of sound. You may do this with voice or device. Voice is most preferable because the organic nature of your voice is that it is directly interfacing your intention with the physical dimension. So the sounds of ah, oh, e, very specific sounds can change and alter the vibration of the space. Now, as you do this, be mindful, for you will feel the vibration of the space change with different sounds. We encourage you to explore this. You can observe your 3-year-old and observe how they respond to it. They will learn this function from you also. The one that is interacting with them, is not malicious. It is more curious. This is the first time that this one has entered this dimension to interact with a human. You may even ask this little one, bring them into your love, bring them into the space of the higher vibration. And they will be able to communicate much easier with this one than you can. Many of you wonder why children can see and hear. It's because they have not collapsed their awareness exclusively down to the function of biology. They've been able to maintain their conscious outwards for a certain period of time. Usually around 7 years it takes for you to compress the soul into an individualized identity, and they begin to lose their additional senses, what we call the clairs. They begin to lose their clairs when they get compressed down to the 5-sensory identity. But you're at a wonderful time with this dear 3-year-old where you can learn to communicate and they can learn to communicate. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. I would love a reading as well. Hi, Crystal. Are you available today? I've got a calendar on my website. Go to my website, WilliamMichaelForbes.com. You can pick your own date and time on the calendar that is there that suits you. And again, choose a date and time that works for you. Whatever times I'm available are there. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Thank you. Hi. Question from Vio. Can I have a message from Mom and happy belated birthday to my mother? Thank you. Yes. She's saying too many birthdays. Too many birthdays. Your love is more important. Your love is more important to me than that. She's asking me why you don't see her enough, why you don't recognize her presence. Why don't you recognize her presence enough? She's asking that. Well, how can she do that? How can she recognize her? She says she has to get this out of the way. Get this out of the way. Get this out of the way. Yeah, get your thinking mind out of the way. We had a student once who was thought she was being pursued by these dark entities, and in a process that she was guided through in one of the classes, she was guided to actually interact with this energy from an energy of love, and all of a sudden what she thought was this dark energy suddenly morphed into the image of her mother. And so for many years, her mother was trying to communicate to her, and she thought it was this evil energy, because we've been taught, for many thousand years to fear the invisible world. We've been taught to fear it. Think about it. You're taught by religions and philosophy to be scared of these invisible worlds, right? There are lower vibrational entities, and there are high vibrational entities, and there's many spectrums in between. But you did not come here to suffer. You came here to love. Hi, Deanne. How you doing? Hi, Holly. Question from Sandra. Hi. Is my son going to be okay? Please. Okay. Can I ask you? I'm being told this. Sit down right now. Take a slow, deep breath, and bring yourself with that breath into a state of fearlessness. Like when you exhale, liberate the fear from your body. Let your body relax. Liberate the fear from it. Okay. Because the fear is contributing to, they're telling me the fear is contributing to the delay. Now, I don't know what your son's situation, but they're saying that the fear is contributing to the delay. So they're saying to liberate that fear and restore your love. Let your love, not your fear, be the communication between the two of you. That will build a bridge back. It will build a bridge back. Fear will keep one away from that. But through the vibration of your love, you can build a bridge back. And again, I don't know the circumstance, what's occurring, but that's what they're telling me to tell you. A lot of people don't realize that our emotions organize. My guardian angel John told me a number of years ago, he said, William, emotions are the fifth state of energy, and they direct and organize all forms of matter below them. Very fascinating thought that, when we know, science knows that people go into an emotional state, their biochemistry changes. So emotion is organizing biochemistry, biology. But it goes further than that. Emotion also coordinates and organizes the people and experiences around us. And in our 102 Masterclass, we go very deeply into showing people how to alter and change their own emotional energy. But understand, fear organizes experiences very differently than love does. And the whole purpose I live through is to bring people to a higher state of love, to bring humanity in a state of unconsciousness to a state of love instead of fear. Our unconsciousness, our collective unconsciousness, needs to be predominantly fear, not love. I don't know why the energy of Tom Cruise just popped in for some strange reason. Very weird. I don't normally have people in embodiments come in. Let's see what we got here. Hi, Karen. How you doing? Amazing changes after my husband passed. Any messages of what's coming? Please. Yes, get ready. We're really delighted to hear that you recognize the amazing changes. When you believe that the body is the sole representation of an individual, you cut yourself off from knowing them when they leave the form. It's like, I'm so happy for you, but yeah, okay, I will just want, someone's saying, just get to it. Hang on. Yes. Your sense of amazement is a creative force. Be prepared to be amazed as you are amazed. What you give forth into your heart and mind and body and world shall be given unto you. Yes. This is the energy of Archangel Gabriel coming in for you. Like really, this idea that your feeling of amazement is going to be brought onto you. Yeah, and he's saying, he is in the energy of your husband is saying he is so happy and delighted that you are living. He says, your greater happiness is more important to me than anything else. Your greater happiness is more important to me than anything else. There's so much joy from him, but your greater happiness is more important to him than anything else. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So let's, thank you so much for that. I'm just going to switch over here. Wow, a lot of love there. Ah, Fee saying, I really recommend the masterclasses. Really helped me release trapped emotions. I hadn't realized I was hanging on to. Great for learning and practicing, connecting with guides and intuition. Thank you for that, Fee. So nice to see you here. Let's see. Yeah, just scrolling down here. Question from Holly. Hi, Holly. How you doing? What's going on at Asbury College in Kentucky right now? Is this a significant collective movement? Thank you. If I'm tuning, yeah, I'm being told to say that there will be much polarization before the elevation. You must understand that you need the opposites to transcend the opposites. The opposites in the context of the human condition require fear in some form of another in order for the conflict to exist. When the function of love is reborn and there is the one coming that will bring forth love again to humanity, will give you the opportunity to remember love. The function of love will assist in the transformation of the human conditions as you see them on this world today. Wow, thank you. I think, yeah, I know who he's talking about. Thank you. 45 old guy, hi there. Any messages for me? Wow. The first words that came to me was hit the gym with joy. Hit the gym. And you're not drinking enough water? Yes. There's a book. There's a book that's been given, a title of a book being given to me. It's called The Infinite Mind. It's called The Infinite Mind. This is a book you need to read. It's called The Infinite Mind. Yes. The Infinite Mind. It's a book you need to read. Thank you. Question from MM Harad. Oh, question number 2. For myself and everyone who need advice, I saw on YouTube, our eyes can get better with warm cloths, warm water. Is any of it true? To varying degrees. You must understand, though, that the function of your biology is that it is telling you that it needs something that it is not receiving. It may be warm water. It may be good food. It may be exercise. It may be playfulness. But your body's primary needs are relatively simple. If you are eating well, thinking well, feeling well, doing well, your body is generally very happy. It is only in a state of discomfort or dysfunction because there are certain fundamental elements that are not being correctly fulfilled by the individual who inhabits a specific body. Wow. Thank you so much. So we got a lot of questions today. Hi, Breebit. Why does my 2-year-old have a hard time talking and communicating? It's not understand. Yes. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things that are being just downloaded, but the first thing that's coming to me is understand. It's not that they're having a hard time. They're in the process of learning the function. You must surrender your concern. Your concern maintains the condition. Let your joy invite their freedom. Let your joy invite their freedom. Your concern tells them something is wrong from your perception, and they think that there must be something wrong. They will do as you command them. Children do not understand language. They understand emotion, and they understand image. And if your emotion and your image is something is wrong, they will make something wrong to please you, to do as you are directing, because they are here to learn from you. They're here to learn from you. So communicate your joy and your excitement and your anticipation to them. in their mind, you must send them the image of them speaking to you joyfully, excitedly, and you being excited about this. They do not understand language, but they understand images and emotions at the very young ages. You must understand that the communication of telepathy is quite natural to the human condition, but unfortunately gets trained out of most by the time they are 4 or 5 biological years of age. Many of you find yourselves forgetting that you can do this, but the child will always respond to what a parent holds in thought, image, and emotion more than language. Language is something that has to be conditioned into the biological system, but it does not have to be conditioned into the concept of the soul, the awareness of the soul. It can respond to image. This is why you can see your children when you say, do not touch that, and they touch it, because they see the picture in your head of them touching it. And they say, oh, my mommy, my daddy wants me to touch this. I will do this. They listen to your images before your words until they understand words. Thank you so much for that. A lot of people need to know that. Yes, you do, Fee. Fee is saying, do I have blessings to do this new thing? Do I have blessings from my guys to do this new thing? I'm thinking of attaching. Yes, but don't keep thinking about it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Question from Dion. I keep hearing the song, I'll Stand By You. Who is this? This is Master Jesus. It's really want to work with you. He says he wants you to open your heart to see through the eye of love. Yes. Yes. He says if you surrender the words and feel the vibration, you will know my presence. You hear the words in your mind. Surrender the words and feel the vibration of my presence. He goes by a different name now. I'm just so used to using that name from this other incarnation, but he goes by other names too. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dion. That's beautiful. I love that. Emily's asking, do we choose our death in our soul contract? First of all, you do not die. You must understand that you do not die. I understand what's happening here. Hang on, guys. I just got to fix this. I'm going to just go back here. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Sorry, guys. I just had my device wanted to update itself spontaneously. So the question that Emily was asking, because it's really important, do we choose our death in our soul contract? You do not die. You come into a physical dimension. You can experience this world through the 5 physical senses, but you as an awareness will continue. The signal of your consciousness endures beyond the flesh. The personality that you acquire while in this physical dimension will only exist in that body once. You'll never be the same personality again in biology, though you'll carry the engram, the memory, the vibration of that personality throughout your continued existence, as you do with every lifetime you've ever experienced. You contain that within your consciousness. And the function of consciousness works very differently than the function of biology, but the time that what she's also asking is, do we choose the time of your death? You don't die. Your body will cease to exist. You will not die. Your consciousness will evolve from this experience. But understand, they keep saying this to me whenever somebody asks a question like that. They say it's important to understand that you cannot escape the effects of your own causes. Your function of love is what you want to develop while you are in this physical dimension. You do not want to leave this dimension stuck in the function of fear. You want to leave this dimension learning the function of love. That does not mean that the function of fear will not have its own lesson for you in subsequent incarnations, but it's far more preferable to master the function of love than to be bound by the confines of fear, which keeps you limited to a physical dimension primarily. Wow, thank you so much. Thanks for that question, Emily. Question from Green-Eyed Girl. Hi, Green-Eyed Girl. Hello, I watch you every time you're on. should I contact my kid's father? Okay, I get a strong no. I'm getting a strong pullback on that. That's not something that you want to do at this time, because it can, again, if you're doing it from a place of fear, you will create very specific outcomes. If you're doing it from a place of love, you will have a very different outcome. Many people on this dimension are functioning more from fear than they are from love. And so they're confused, because your natural function as a soul is that you are love. Your natural function as consciousness is that you are love. The function of fear is a survival mechanism conditioned into your biology so that the body would survive long enough that you could learn to master your consciousness and master the function of matter. Wow. Question from Vertical. Am I protected from EMS for 24 hours when creating a protective layer around my aura? Yeah, you can actually do that. There is a way to develop a strong enough auric field that it will literally, because your body's electromagnetic in nature, right? But if you do not know how to amplify or intensify or reinforce certain parts of the field, then you can get affected by EMFs. And most people are. Most people are having trouble sleeping. And it's not just the EMFs, it's also all these ascension energies, which include EMFs, right? From the galactic center, the universal center, the center of our solar system, right? But you can, absolutely. Many gurus do this. Wim Hof's an example where he's able to put his body into a state where he can prevent the cold from freezing his body. He's generating an electromagnetic field that maintains the conditions of his biology. A firewalker does that when they walk across fire. They generate an electromagnetic field that organizes how matter will interact with them. So you can too, anybody can. But again, it requires discipline. Hi guys, it's really good to have this extra time with everybody today. Hi Tanya, is there something my doctors may be missing? Again, I can feel your fear and your concern, Tanya. I can feel that in your heart. Okay, the symptoms. And again, I'm just channeling this. This is one of your guardian angels, and they're saying to you, the symptom needs to be addressed from your love, not your fear. The condition that you have concern with can be dissipated as a cloud in the sky with love. Bring your attention to that fear. And they're saying that's what it's based in. It's based in your fear. Bring your attention to your fear. And these are the words they're using. Assuage your fear with your love. That is to bring your love to your fear. You know, we got so habitually, yes, we get so habitually attached to attacking things we don't like. And very few people understand that when you have an emotion of anger or guilt or shame or sadness inside you, attacking it is not going to change it. It's going to reinforce it. You want to actually go to the part that's feeling guilty or ashamed. Go to it and bring your love to it. Treat it like you treat a child. You know, when I was taught that, it made such a huge difference. And now they teach others through me all the time, right? To learn to love your fear, to love your anger, to love your guilt. Your energy of love will transcend it, right? Thank you. Question from Rue. May I please get a message regarding my relationship? We are going to be moving in together. Thank you. It's funny. Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. Let your hearts be happy. Do not let fear pass through the arches into your home. Yes, displace that. Do not let that enter. Let your excitement be the foundation. Let love be its pillars. And you shall greatly be enjoying yourselves. Yeah, there are other things there too that again I'm hearing lullaby songs, so I'm just going to stop there, right? But rejoice. That's the big message for you. Rejoice this. Do not let your fear come into it. So important. Oh, you're very welcome. Question from Nari. Do you have any advice for my related to my divorce case? We get that I've gotten that a couple times this year, actually. For yours. Woo! A lot of stuff going on there. Yeah. Again, many of you would depend upon the world to organize your affairs for you. Do you not understand the function of your consciousness to have a desirable outcome that is favorable to all, and how this would feel? To consider this, how it would feel to have a desirable outcome for everyone involved. Rest on this, contemplate on this, meditate on this, be in this, a desirable outcome for all involved, to become the vibration of this, to let your every word and action be governed by a favorable outcome for all involved. It will expedite many things rather than getting caught up in the, they're saying the gobbledygook of those who would purport to be in service to you and him. Yes. Yes, I understand. Thank you. Wow. Question from Emma. My grandma has invited me for a holiday with my mom. What is the best way to tell my siblings? I'm afraid they will be angry and jealous. They haven't had contact with my grandma for years. Yeah. Well, there's a very good reason that things are being organized on your behalf, dear one. Things are being organized on your behalf. The gift that you are to receive is not the gift for another. You must understand you have done much diligence in restoring yourself to love. Then let yourself be carried forward by love. Do not be afraid to accept what life would offer you. Wow. Yeah. Don't get caught up in their fear or their jealousy. Do not pay any heed to that, but rejoice because your love is organizing the conditions of this. You know why this happened. You know the work you've been doing. I personally know you, Emma, so I understand the work you've done, and now you're seeing it unfold. Do not get caught up in thoughts of, oh, it might be wrong, it might be bad, it could be. No, don't. Understand. Watch your love unfold before your eyes. It is. That's what's exciting, isn't it? I know how excited you are. I can feel it. How excited you are to be able to go there. Be a lot of fun to just experience how life is respecting you in regards to the way you're emanating your energy, right? Our emotions organize our conditions. Wow, thank you so much, Emma. That's beautiful. Let's see. Shivs is asking, I am deliberately being vague. Anything channeling through? Well, that's, if you're deliberately being vague, I understand. Yes, the intention to watch. They're saying the first words I'm hearing is, she is watching you closely. She's watching you closely. Okay, thank you. Is there a message for her? Something about your left side. They're saying something about your breath. There is a great sorrow that has not been healed for you. This great sorrow must be healed. Thank you. Anybody who's had a question answered, please remember to share your experiences with others and what you felt, what you're. Oh, I just saw a little bird fly by on the screen. That was so pretty. That's wonderful. Thank you. I didn't know. I'm still fairly new to TikTok, so it's really fun to watch. So much more expansiveness and diversity. Scrolling down here. Okay, I think we're clear here on YouTube. I think we've got to everybody. That's very rare. And again, those are my YouTube. You can go to my YouTube channel and subscribe if you're new. Sassy. Hi, Sassy. Every time I hear the word sassy, I think of an old Flintstone episode. Sassy. I just have something in my memory banks, my database. But there's a very cute scene. Sassy's asking, any message regarding my situation? I'm feeling pulled all over. Yes, because everybody wants you to do what they want you to do, and you're not certain what to do. Again, what do you want? They're saying this very clearly to you. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Like, this is really intense. They're not really, what do you want? Not what you think other people might need or what you think you need to be to make other people happy. What do you want? Rest in the fulfillment of that. And then you will know to whom to listen and to whom not to listen if you know what you want. Then you can understand that those that are distracting you from what you want are simply distracting you from what you want. But you must become very clear of what you want. You must hold it tight to your heart. Keep it fast in your head. And let your spirit be in alignment with this. Do not be distracted by those that have their own devices in this, their own desires. Yes. Somebody else is coming in and saying, if you are really clear on what you want, it's going to organize things very fast for you. The situation will not be so confusing. What you want is really important. It's so important. Thank you. Wow. Hi, Lynn. I've never had any interactions with a medium. Is there anything from my grandma? Oh, man. Yes, there is. Her heart is just blossoming out right now. Like, literally, I'm seeing like this huge white rose opening up. And this is the energy she's communicating through me to you. Like, feel this. Feel this. Like, close your eyes and feel. She's literally opening up this. It's like that's the only way my brain is interpreting this energy. This beautiful white rose, like this pure, 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 pure love. She's so happy you finally have asked. Yes, you finally have asked. Oh yes, she wants you to yeah, just feel that. Feel the energy. Don't let your mind think about it. Feel the energy. Feel her presence. Feel how she presents to you. I'm feeling a lot of heat around my body and through my body right now. But this love, this incredible, wide open love that you would finally open up to her, to receive her as she is, not as you remember, to receive her as she is, not as you remember. You know, because people, when we think of our people that have left the physical dimension, we think of them in terms of how we remember them, and that actually blocks us from perceiving their energy as they are in spirit. Now they're not in physical form. So, like, please share your what you felt from her with that transmission. Please share it with others. Let them know. Let yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Anso is asking for a message from my dad. Listen, it's so important. The fact that you're asking for messages from people, your loved ones, pause. For all of you that are asking, just take a pause and feel their presence. You're asking for them because you know their energy is with you. You're so trained to think that it has to be a physical body or a physical voice that you have to hear. They're not a physical body anymore. They don't have a physical voice. They are energy. They are a spirit now. They are conscious. They are soul. So let yourselves just like sit for a moment, breathe, and just feel their presence. And each of you will feel. Some of you might feel it as hot or cold. Some of you might feel it as tingles. Some of you might hear sounds. Some of you might see an energy field around them. It will be unique and distinct to each of you and your capabilities and your ability to surrender and sense energy. In our one-on-one masterclass, we go very deeply into a process. how you can sense the energy of non-physical beings, ascended masters, guides, angels, guardian angels, those who have left the physical dimension of expression. Because they are not physical energy. They are energy. It's like physical water boiled out of a pot becomes invisible steam, right? But it was physical, but it changed in frequency by the elevation of the molecule speed. The same thing happens when a soul leaves the body. The vibration of the soul is raised up. So the form ceases to function. The vibration of the soul is a higher frequency, so you don't perceive them as a physical entity. But I'm told, and I've seen many times, sometimes they can manifest things falling off shelves. You can hear sound, or you'll hear a gong, or you'll be thinking about them, and suddenly somebody will mention them to you. They have many different ways of trying to get you to recognize that they still exist. Right? Just right now, there's a loud bang up above. That's perfect. Hi, user 638082423277228. Hi, Karen. My husband Darren passed away 3 years ago. Today is his birthday. Any message from him? Yeah, the words he's saying is thank goodness. Thank goodness. Karen, can you sit for a moment? Like, really? Again, and you can be open to this. If you're open to this, you can receive or experience what you can receive and experience, what you're open to. Let your love, not your fear, be present. Let your gratitude open the door to this love. Right now, like, remember how grateful you are for what that was, and let that gratefulness be now that you can feel the presence of his spirit with you. I love you so much. I'm like, he's pointing right at the heart, like he's trying to get you to feel it in the heart, because you can feel the heart the heart is a very sensitive organ. He wants you to feel the gift of love. Yes. Feel the presence. Like literally feel it in your heart. Yes. Yeah. It's time to, yeah. Excuse me. When they sometimes come through the first time they really come, it's like they talk really, really fast, and I have to wait and ask them to slow down, and then I have to try and allow my mind to get out of the way enough that I can actually transmit what they're saying and not let it get caught up in my own personality, because you have to learn to put your personality aside. Everyone is a potential medium. Everybody's designed by nature to communicate on many dimensions, but that love that he wants you to feel now, not as something that was before. He's saying, do not think of the body as me anymore. I am with you. I am so grateful. Our love is alive right now. Yes. Yes. And again, he's going right to your heart, right? Like, right to your heart. That's where he says you're most sensitive here. And open your heart up. He's saying, open up and feel his presence with you. You know, it's like we got so many different levels of energy. Thank you so much. Because when people ask me to bring through a loved one, it's I feel their energy, right? And yeah, I can get a lot of stuff. But so can you. Scroll down, see if we got any left on YouTube here. Hi, Lindsay. Is there a message for me, please? Anything for personal improvement? Well, yeah, that weight that you're carrying. Yes, that weight that you're carrying, and I'm referring to an emotional weight. I know there's other elements there, but they're saying the weight that you're carrying, you must let it go. They're saying you must let it go. How can she do this? Is there a way that she can let this go? Run. They're saying run. Send her to run. Run with the wind. I don't know if you do jogging or anything, but they're saying that like running outside in the air is going to really be helpful for you. They're saying run. They're saying run Run like the wind, and you are but the same. There's stuff. Whatever happened between the ages of 7 and 9 is really important too. You need to really release that from the system. You need to release the emotional weight from the system, right? And many things have changed for you. So unique and distinct for everybody. Thank you for that super chat, Sandra. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. Question from John. Hi, William. Are there any messages from my guides? The teaching. They're saying something about the teaching of the blue light. I've never heard this before. The teaching of the blue light. I don't know what this means, but this is what they're saying. The teaching of the blue light. It is time for this to be offered. I don't know what that means. If you know what that means, please let us know. Share it with other people. But I'm being shown this clear image of, like, and they're just saying the teaching of the blue, the image of it's a circle. There's a teacher. There's a native being there. There's the different colors of the energy centers there, and Archangel Michael standing just behind this image. The natives are there too, but the teachings of the blue light. I don't know what that means. Can you be more specific? They're saying that you know what this is, but this must be given. It must be. You must give this teaching of the blue light. I don't know what that means. But thank you for the question. Question from Con. Hey, Con, how you doing? What do I need to know that I don't know? This is the rub, isn't it? What does he need to know that he doesn't know? The first words that came was, you are light. You are love. You are not the fear. You are not of this world. Yeah. There's I just want to add that there's a feeling of profound reverence for what you have been doing. Like there's this feeling of absolute reverence. They're also saying, someone's saying that you do not yet quite know what you are doing. You do not quite yet know what you are doing, but it shall be revealed to you. They're showing me that going through a jungle, the trees can get very thick and hard to pass through. Do not be deterred by the density of the path upon which you are walking. It will open up again. It shall be open before you. Yes. Thank you, Con. Really appreciate that. Wow. There are emotions and feelings and things that come through you as a medium that is so, sometimes it's just really hard to describe. Like the word reverence does not do justice to the emotion that's being communicated sometimes. The love that I feel going out to you from your loved ones, the description of it does not do justice to the fullness of it. But I'm told that those of you that have opened to receive what you were able to open and receive, you know the meaning of these words. Well, thank you, Rainbow Warrior. I appreciate that. Got time for one more question here today. 3.5-year relationship ended. Very confusing. Do you see this rekindling. I no, this is a step that you've been wanting to take, but not consciously wanting to take it. They're saying you've been very reluctant. They want you to, yes. You must understand that you understood. You must understand that you understood that there is something greater for you. You must understand that you understood this. It has been called forth. It is coming into manifestation. Why would you deny your happiness? Why would you deny it at all? Wow. Thank you so much. I think we're good here. Wow. Another question there before we... Okay, so thank you for the stickers. So Gina Folis is at, I was wondering if either my mom, grandmother, or someone with the name Danny has a message for me. I'm not picking anything up at this moment, but I feel that there is stuff there. I feel definitely from the grandmother, but this more, it feels more like her higher self than the personality. It's like she's trying to lift you up out of that. She's saying she's trying to lift you up out of that. I don't know what that is, but she's trying to lift you up out of that. Your mom's been pushing. She's been trying to push you. But I'm not getting this Danny, anything from a Danny for this individual. I'm not seeing or hearing, just very muffled. I don't know what that means, but very distant. But it's not as important as the fact that your grandmother's higher self is trying to lift you up and your mother's trying to push you forward. They're trying to get you, like your mother's push is like, get away. I don't know. She's asking you to get away from it. She's saying you have to get away from something. She's trying to push you. Yeah, the grandmother's trying to pull you up. It's funny that they're doing that. Anyway, whatever your experience is with that, please don't hesitate to leave a comment under one of my pinned videos. If your question did not get answered today, you can always leave a question under one of my pinned videos on my TikTok channel, or a question under the video recording after the replay is up on my YouTube channel. And Facebook family, thank you so much. And you can also ask questions on Facebook, by the way, just so you know that. We will get them in the interface here. So I want to wish you all much love. I want to thank you all for such a wonderful, wonderful day, and wishing you all much, much love. And I will see you guys on Saturday for the meditation tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye for now, everybody.